China is building a massive vacuum tube through the mountains to outrun a commercial airliner. This 1-ton magnetic sled hits 800 kilometers per hour in exactly 5.3 seconds.
This frictionless magnetic empire is completely lethal. If you wear steel in here, you die.
That magnetic violence creates unimaginable speed. At those extreme speeds, if this concrete is off by even a fraction, it explodes. Launching this requires the electrical equivalent of a massive lightning strike. The entire building hums.
The terrifying truth? This was never built for passengers. Stay close, and I'll show you why.
Every standard train is actually destroying itself the entire time it runs. Friction is the enemy. Past 500 kilometers per hour, a steel wheel doesn't just wear down, it completely disintegrates into shrapnel. The Shanghai Maglev floats above the track. No wheels, no friction, touching absolutely nothing. Other labs need 30 kilometers to test this. They engineered this to do it in 1. 1,000 meters of elevated, perfectly straight concrete, flawlessly positioned. This is the ultimate weapon.
The entire guideway is shrouded. Without that enclosure, the air resistance alone tears the vehicle apart.
1 kilometer, 0 curve. But forcing microscopic precision into solid bedrock requires pure mechanical violence. Here is that violence. Heavy machinery is violently ripping the earth apart for this weapon. Strip the topsoil. Survey the entire corridor. Every single centimeter matters before any bolt drops. Even a tiny bit of soil settlement destroys the alignment. They drill deep into solid bedrock. 500 massive concrete piles driven deep into limestone bedrock. All for 1 kilometer of track. The concrete caps are ground perfectly flat, because every layer stacked above them demands absolute perfection. They balance these massive concrete pillars on steel plates thinner than a single human hair. 3 columns are off by a microscopic fraction. That instantly multiplies the error. They cannot stay. Hydraulic jacks physically shove the massive columns into flawless alignment. 6 hours later, they are perfect. They use carbon fiber tendons instead of steel. Steel expands in the heat, but carbon survives. Extreme mechanical tension is locked into every single beam. The concrete compresses. It will never sag. A massive heavy transporter runs through the dead of night. The beam must land before daylight. A towering crane drops 50 beams into place using pinpoint GPS. 3 grueling months of nights. They use zero shrinkage concrete. Workers finish every single massive joint completely by hand until it's flawless.
The concrete track is perfect. But at 800 kilometers per hour, the ground doesn't kill you, the air does. Here is how they conquer it.
To conquer that atmosphere, they are dropping an enormous concrete shield over the entire test track. Without this massive tube, the atmospheric pressure wave at 800 kilometers per hour would instantly crush the vehicle. 200 concrete roof units, 12 tons each, the inside polished smooth to eliminate dangerous turbulence. Heavy cranes drop the tunnel sections into place. Workers secure every massive segment by hand. Every single joint gets an airtight seal in brutal heat, because any leak causes deadly turbulence. They build flared openings at the ends so the sled doesn't slam into an air wall. Advanced sensors line the tunnel walls. At 800 kilometers per hour, the vehicle creates its own violent weather. Massive industrial fans clear the entire tunnel of dangerous test debris in under 90 seconds flat. The tunnel is sealed. Now comes the impossible task that pushed every engineer to their limit. Because this is not just a track. It is a massive linear motor machined to absolute perfection. 1,000 straight meters of precision ground heavy steel, connected with absolute zero gaps at every joint. Advanced permanent magnets completely double the levitation force. They rotate in sequence. This is the secret. High-tech drives create a violent traveling magnetic wave in the floor. The sled surfs it perfectly.
If the winding in this single piece is off by just 2%, the magnetic wave breaks. The sled drops instantly.
They use vacuum epoxy to kill all air gaps. At high voltages, trapped air becomes plasma. 2,000 coils dropped into the concrete by robotic arms using aerospace adhesive. This takes months. A laser-guided robotic machine lays down the heavy steel rails. They finish just one section per hour. A microscopic bump in the steel. At 800 kilometers per hour, it acts like a brick wall. Remove it. A portable precision grinder shaves the steel down until it is flawlessly flat. Back in it goes. The tunnel temperature is heavily controlled. Even a tiny shift expands the steel and ruins everything. They balance this entire track on titanium plates thinner than a human hair to prevent disaster. 2 magnetic rails running perfectly parallel over a full kilometer. The geometry is impossible, but they succeed. 4,000 heavy power cables feed into massive drive cabinets. The wiring alone took 8 grueling months. A massive 50 megawatt power surge. That is exactly what it takes to push 1 ton to 800 kilometers per hour. 800 supercapacitors are charged overnight and completely discharged in 5 seconds. 40 tons of raw power. The sled suffers extreme G-force deceleration. Reversing the magnetic coils stops it completely in 200 meters. The track is fully armed. But building a 1-ton sled with 0 moving parts is another nightmare. Here is that nightmare taking shape. The fastest ground vehicle on Earth. Just magnets and carbon fiber. 28 layers of hand-laid carbon fiber. It is insanely light, but strong enough to survive violent braking. They bake the chassis under extreme heat and pressure in an oven the size of shipping containers. Over 300 massive neodymium magnets. Together, they generate enough brutal force to easily levitate the sled.
I cannot pull these two apart. 800 newtons of force between 2 adjacent blocks. By hand, impossible.
Extreme aerodynamic friction causes the magnets to heat up and lose lift. Heavy copper plates absorb it. Heavy guidance magnets lock the vehicle perfectly onto the centerline. This is what keeps it from crashing. The carbon shell is polished smoother than glass. At 800 kilometers per hour, the tiniest surface friction matters enormously. Over 100 sensors stream massive amounts of wireless data. The sled thinks faster than it moves. The heavy magnet plate is slightly bowed. The uneven air gap becomes incredibly dangerous at supersonic speed. Engineers use a precision mill to shave the metal perfectly flat. They remount the heavy magnetic array. They perfectly balance the heavy ballast weights. A tiny mass offset at extreme speeds causes a crash. The nose is intentionally designed to be violently destroyed in an emergency. It absorbs the deadly impact. A 1-ton sled of extreme magnets approaches steel. The workers struggle to hold it away from metal. Regular steel tools near this sled become deadly projectiles. The engineers are forced to use only aluminium. Right above the heavy rail, the magnets finally find their intense repulsion zone. The sled floats upward. It hovers perfectly flat above the cold steel rails. The very first extreme test run is approaching. First run. Low power. It glides down the track in complete, eerie silence. The machine is alive. They slowly push it to 600 kilometers per hour. With every single run, the displaced air roars even louder. 600 kilometers per hour is easy, but at 800, the atmosphere fights back. It literally becomes a solid wall. The tunnel is sealed. To punch through that wall of air, they initiate a massive electrical surge. Massive power discharges instantly. The sled aggressively launches with the extreme G-force of a fighter jet catapult. Infrared thermal scans prove the magnets are holding. Carbon fiber is intact. They are ready for more. At these extreme speeds, microscopic dust in the air acts like heavy sandpaper, severely carving the nose. They armor the nose with a heavy ceramic tip. It's harder than any particle in the tunnel. Before the ultimate record test, they physically correct the rails for thermal expansion. The tunnel chills overnight. 8 long hours to charge, discharged in just 5 seconds. The substation physically hums with stored energy. Hundreds of extreme precision checks are finished. The concrete tunnel is completely evacuated. The final countdown begins. 25 G of brutal acceleration. The sled violently travels 600 meters before you even finish this sentence. 3 seconds in, it passes 600 kilometers per hour. The physical air compresses into a visible, violent shockwave. Exactly 5.3 seconds. 800 kilometers per hour. The track reverses polarity, slamming the sled into a massive electromagnetic wall.
It didn't just hit 800 kilometers an hour. It survived the stop in exactly 198 meters. Friction-free braking confirmed.
The ceramic nose is completely intact. The guidance system shows 0 wear. The extreme physics are proven. 3 consecutive world record runs. It didn't just happen once. This extreme engineering is completely and infinitely repeatable. Across 50 extreme runs, the sled stayed perfectly locked in the center. The magnetic geometry is flawless. It stops safely every single time with absolutely 0 brake wear and 0 heat damage. Pure perfection. 800 kilometers per hour is achieved. But look closely at the sled. No windows. This was never for humans. It was built for this. A military drone hits 300 kilometers per hour in 2 seconds and goes airborne. A 1-ton payload ripping down the track. This isn't public transit, it is a ground-based aircraft carrier. The chief engineer publicly admitted this exact technology supports electromagnetic launch for rockets and heavy fighter jets. Instead of burning tons of fuel, the rail horizontally slingshots a rocket, saving huge amounts of propellant. A parallel defense team hits 700 kilometers per hour in just 2 seconds. Built entirely for classified aerospace launches.
It is the exact same track. Different payload. You just swap the carbon sled for a supersonic drone.
While this track hits 800, China Aerospace is building a massive vacuum tube to break 1,000 kilometers per hour. A massive 2-ton capsule flying inside a steel vacuum tube. 1,000 kilometers per hour is the ultimate aerospace target. Massive industrial pumps suck the atmosphere out of the tube to completely cheat the laws of physics. While aerospace pushes extreme limits, the commercial rollout is already breaking ground on a massive intercity line. Massive concrete columns drop into the earth. They are building kilometers of this track every single month.
Whether the track does 160 kilometers an hour or 800 kilometers an hour, the engineering philosophy doesn't change. 0.5 millimeter precision.
The ultimate endgame is a massive national network, going from Beijing to Shanghai in under an hour. But here is the massive barrier. It is incredibly expensive to build compared to normal high-speed rail. The physics are solved, but the terrifying question remains. What happens when a human steps inside? Right now, you wouldn't survive. Putting a passenger inside requires mastering physics we are just now unlocking. The sled hits 25 Gs. The human body blacks out at 5. The launch profile must completely change. The passenger cabin must be heavily pressurized like a fighter jet. None of it is built yet. They harvested terabytes of physical data. This is the absolute bedrock for engineering the future passenger cabin. At 800 kilometers per hour, the track hits massive electrical efficiency. It uses far less energy than commercial jets. Japan hit 603 kilometers per hour. This track hit 800 on a fraction of the distance. An absolute breakthrough. Every single extreme component is domestically engineered. No imported technology. That is a massive global strategic statement.
This was a conceptual reconstruction of the Donghu Megaproject. Subscribe to see what's next.